What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Bass and Prodigy. As you can see, today I have my baitcaster. This is my Berkeley Cherry Wood rod combo with the Albert Garcia Black Max. You guys know I love to use this for flukes, but it was about time that I changed the line. And I recently went to Cabela's, and you guys saw that short that I made about this fluke kit that I made. And also, I went ahead and grabbed some Yozuri premium fluorocarbon. This is some good fluorocarbon. They also make good braid. 14 pound. They didn't have 15 pound. 14 pounds also going to be good because this rod is a light action, so it's going to be better for it. And you're going to need something to clip your line with. And I'm going to be spooling up my baitcaster, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that. I have a video that I made a long time ago, like when I first started this channel. It's really bad. The camera angle is very bad. You guys couldn't even see what I was doing. But today I'm going to be showing you guys what to do. So let's get into the video. Guys, the first step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run your line through the guides of the rod. You're going to start off from the tip, work your way down. Work your way down through all the guides. Once you reach the reel, you're going to put the line through the line guide and tie it to the spool. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that. So let's get into that. As you can see, guys, I have my line ran all the way through my guides. Just like that. And make sure that you do not skip a guide. Make sure that all the line goes up through all the guides. Okay, guys, now what we have to do is we're going to put the end of the line through the line guide. The little circle that's right in there. I can't show that. That thing right there. That right there is called the line guide. Make sure that you put the line through that, because if not, you're going to get into some trouble. So just put it in there. Make sure you don't miss. It's pretty hard to do this in front of a camera. So just put it in just like that. And once you get the end of it, just try to feed it through. Okay, that's going to be the next step. The next step is going to be to open up the side plate. Now the side plate can be opened up in many different ways. Some reels have a switch right there. Some reels have this bar right here. That all you have to do is you have to basically push it up like that, and push it the other way, just like that. And when you push it, you can take the plate off. You're also going to take the spool off, and make sure that you do not lose those two things that are right there that are rolling around. Like I said, it's really hard to do this in front of a camera. I'm trying my best here. Next up, we're going to tie a knot. This is a really good knot that I always use for spooling up my baitcasters. I forgot what it's called, but basically you're gonna get it with your left hand and then loop it back down like this and grab it with your finger, and then you're gonna tag in, you're gonna wrap it around 6 times over these two lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've made a loop here with our fingers. We're just going to put this tag in through the loop. If I could just take my finger out of it, just push it through the loop, just like that. And then you're going to grab it. Oh, came out. You're going to put it through the loop, and then you're going to grab it, and then you're just going to slowly cinch this tight and lubricate it with some saliva. Because if you don't, your knot is not going to cinch down properly, and also when you go to tighten it all the way, your line's going to burn. So then we have a little knot that can slide and get tight, just like that. And we're going to trim the tag in with some pliers, clippers, whatever you have. I like to leave a little bit of tag in there, snip it off, throw it in the trash. And then what we do is we open this loop up a little bit, pull the line out, just like that. And make sure that this line does not come out of the line guide. Make sure it stays in the line guide. Next up, we're going to put this through here and take it up and around. So basically what I've just done is I've made it go under this bar right there so I can put it through the spool. So let me set the camera back up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take it, we're going to take the line, and we're going to double it over, just like this. We're going to take that loop, make like an infinite symbol, and we're going to double it over, just like that. And this we're going to put through the spool. And then make sure you put it down the middle. I like to cinch it up a little bit just so that I can have some less line to work with. Just like that. And then you could fully put it in the center. And make sure it's in the middle, because if not, when you spool the reel, some line's going to be off to the left or to the right. So make sure that like it's in the middle. Just like so. And then you're going to cinch it tight. You're going to pull both ways until it cinches tight, just like that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the spool back in, just like so. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is to make sure that when you go to spool up, that the line guide is right in the middle, so that your line gets spooled evenly. Then we're just gonna put the plate back on. That's step number 1 complete, so let's get into the final step. Guys, we're on the final and third step. We're gonna put the spool on the ground. If you have a partner, you can shove a pencil through the middle of the spool and have them hold it. If you do that, make sure that the line is coming off of the top of the spool. If you're doing it alone, I like to set it on the ground, make sure the logo is facing upward so that the line can come off freely from the top, and that prevents line twist. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lick our fingers a little bit so that we don't burn ourselves. We're gonna hold the line just above the reel, not really close like that, not really high up, like all the way up here, just simply like 6 inches above the reel. Then we're just gonna grab it and start reeling. And as we're doing this, keep an eye out on the spool and the spool of the reel to make sure that the line is coming on the reel evenly. Every now and then, pause, make sure that it's nice and tight. Whenever you feel your fingers start to burn, just lick them a little bit, get them wet to make sure you don't burn yourself, because that does hurt. And make sure that you do a slow, even reel. Don't do it so hard or so tight, because then you're gonna get problems. And like I said, pause every now and then, check the spool of the reel and the spool of the line over there to make sure that you're getting a nice, even coat.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Alright guys, once you are done reeling, make sure that you do not fill up the spool. Spools, for bait casters at least, have a little lip right there. See how it like kind of dives down there? You want to keep it about like 1/8 of an inch under that lip. Your bait casters hold a lot of line, and you do not need that much line, because or else it's going to be wasteful. And really, you don't really need that much line. So once you reach about this much space, about like the white part of your fingernail, that width, you should clip your line, and that's how you spool a bait caster. This is a way better video in my opinion from the original one I did. This is how you're supposed to spool your bait caster. I also did not mention my spool for my reel had a little piece of electrical tape, and that piece of electrical tape basically allows the fluorocarbon to bite into the reel so that it gets really tight and nice and prevents backlashes. That's what you should do for all your lines, braids, monofilaments, fluorocarbons. Or another thing that you could have done is, for a braid, is tie a backing, which is put like a little bit of fluorocarbon or monofilament, and then tie a connection knot to tie your braid, and then your braid would be able to bite into the fluorocarbon. Or my method, I just put a piece of electrical tape on the spool, and that's basically how you spool a baitcaster. Now all you have to do is tie on your favorite lure and get to fishing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Bass and Prodigy, and as always, stay happy, stay positive, and go catch some fish. Peace.